The opinions expressed on this podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the views of the podcast host, its sponsors, or any affiliate organizations. The information provided on this podcast is for general information purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. Listeners are advised to consult with professionals in relevant fields regarding their specific situation. The podcast host and its affiliates shall not be held responsible for any action taken or not taken based on the information provided on this podcast.
We live like Channel 5. It's Big Free, Big Terry, and Joe. We finna introduce the show. Welcome to the Concept Podcast, and it's about to go down on today's episode. Not yet. Hey, again, I appreciate y'all for tuning into the Concept Podcast. It's free. I want y'all to go on YouTube right now, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and hit that bell. Tell somebody you love them. You never know. Time's short.
Man.
Shit be happening. I got ran over with a Humvee.
Boots.
Yeah,
Boots on the ground, baby. Boots on the
we
ground.
got a real good episode today. So I really want y'all to advocate for our women, because the Dead Be Dead episode, boy, y'all really did y'all
Man,
on that.
that was tough.
So
Goo.
hey,
Shout out,
y'all
Play.
tap in, man. We appreciate y'all. Make sure if you got questions, because I keep getting people in my DMs asking me when you gonna make a post for somebody to ask questions. Look, here go an open invite for you right now. If you got a question, drop it in the comments right now. Moment of silence. Amen. So hey, get to it.
Yeah.
Get to it.
Yes.
We got two new. Well, yeah, I guess I really never even debuted now on the episode. Sorry.
Don't feel bad.
Don't.
It was a lot that of me that didn't get nowhere.
It was
So much
dark
has
time.
happened in the world. They never even seen me on.
But yeah, we locked in. Today we got guests. Introduce yourselves.
Zandria.
Guys, speak up.
Zandria.
That's the new dub. Don't want to talk in the mic.
Yo,
Zandria. Mic check. Zandria. Okay.
We got Zandria and we got Mariah in the house.
Okay.
What they be saying? Ew.
Yeah. Okay.
Free has failed to
Miserably.
like.
It's okay.
A lot of things
That
get.
was good.
Right.
We had some good talks.
Right.
But that just shows the growth of FPF. Period.
A
Amen.
lot of stuff get lost. in
Won't do
transit.
it. Amen.
Yeah.
Mic
Sorry.
check. Okay.
We had some good ones too that got lost. It's me off.
What happened?
It be like that.
It
Yeah.
be like that.
He didn't
We had
even
like
turn on the
4.
mic.
Ooh.
I definitely did that.
He didn't even turn on the mic.
What?
But so we
man.
gon' Joe, you wanna
Yo, this MVP Joe, we in here again, man. Nice to see y'all again. Appreciate the love.
Terry?
Hey, we here. You dig? We here.
We good.
Just hear
So before we do that, we gonna do a mental check first, bro. How y'all been doing mentally? What y'all do? You single?
Of course.
You single?
Yes.
Okay. And we know the definition of everybody else.
Nah, not yet.
Oh. You were gay?
He said what?
Nah, not yet. I'm on my way there.
Type. Okay. We love that for you.
So
Yeah.
you was-
We love that for you.
I was just
Okay.
trying to see You was being very
Right.
I'm ready to pop it off. So as women, we gonna broaden it up real quick. We gonna ask, how do y'all balance y'all work and personal life?
Oh, that's a good one. Well,
Actually, just what it is to be a woman. Tell me that first.
What defines a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there.
Those are two good questions.
that's a good one. To define a woman, you got to be able to balance it all. First and foremost. Like, you got to be able to balance the work. You got to be able to balance the family. You got to be able to balance the friends. You got to be able to balance the school. You have to balance everything. First and foremost. And if you can't balance it, it's going to be rough.
Ooh, that's a balancing act.
Right. We are, what's the word, magicians?
You can say that. A
Yeah.
woman, well, now you can't use the word in the definition, but it's like, you're a person of many hats. And
Right.
like, the definition of a woman can definitely get deep. I don't want to open it up too
Too soon.
What?
Yeah, go.
You good?
Talk your
Oh, I'm saying, there's the whole debate nowadays of you don't have to be biological, a woman born a woman to be a woman. I don't really even care to comment on all that, but that's the. I don't want to say I don't care to comment on that. I just won't comment on it right now. But as far as being a woman, you know, me personally, a member of society with a specific role. And when I say a specific role,
Yeah, go on to that. Go ahead. What's the role?
I mean, my role is specific to me. I won't say society has dictated or anything. My mother raised me to know that I could do anything my heart desired, just not at the same time. And I'm perfectly capable of embodying, you know, anything that may be male centered or female. Like, no, if that's what I want to do, I'm gonna go handle my business. I'm gonna do that. But as a woman, you don't really get leeway, like. And then there's so many different rabbit holes. You can go a woman just plain and simple, a woman raised by a single mother, a woman raised in a 2-parent household. You know, a happy 2-parent household versus a chaotic 2-parent household.
Make it a little personable. Say it to how you was you raised in a 2-parent household?
No.
All right, so let's go down that hole.
Okay. So my parents are divorced. They've been divorced since I was probably 6 or 7. I don't remember much of that, but I remember the aftermath, which that was rough. You know, that's what has made me very adamant about how I bring children into this world and the requirements for me to bring children into this world. I don't take that as a small thing. You know, I'll never joke about that. But when it comes to being raised as a woman by a single mother, you know, my relationship with my dad is great. We've had our ups and downs, but it's great. But, you know, that's your first relationship. And that sets the tone for a lot of things moving forward as you grow up, as you enter society, as you interact with other people. And, you know, your father being your first love, that can just, yeah.
Can I, look, I'm going to get a lot of heat from this because when I think when women speak about their fathers being the first love, how can you romanticize your father? So, in that essence, he should show you the characteristics of what it is to feel to be loved unconditionally as his daughter, son, whatever. But romantically, you can't compare a father's love to what it is to be your man, your significant other in that respective field.
You shouldn't get any backlash to that. Like you shouldn't. Nobody should be romanticizing their father's love.
Sweet home Alabama. Na-na-na-na-na-na.
But a lot of women would say, you know, I want to be treated how my daddy treated me. The love that he's shown, you know, protector, provider.
Go live with him.
The glimpse of a man in that aspect.
Yes.
But I would never want my daughters to compare how I love them to how they men should love.
Yeah, like you know, I agree with that.
Like I said, at that point, go live with him.
He should he should show you what a man is supposed to be. But you know, something I had to accept growing up was this is my parents' first time in life too. You know? Even though I'm the third child, I am the only girl. I'm the baby, and it's pros and it's cons to that. But I wasn't awarded the same leisures that my brothers were. You know, I told my mom as I got older, like, you raised my older brother, because my oldest is grown. The second oldest, he's like 28. But I'm like, you know, you raised him, you nurtured him, you trained me to be a woman. I didn't have any room to, you got to go to school and get the grades. You got to go handle your business. You know, I'm 12 making everybody appointments. I'm handling my business. And that just became second nature to me. So it was always a thing to be in, like, kick drive. I don't have a chance to really sit down. Oh, you got a fever? Just go to the nurse's office. My brother coughing? No, he's staying home. He's not going nowhere. And nobody ever saw that. And then it just got to the point to where, okay, this is who I am. This is part of how I was raised, you know. I just adapt and I keep going. And I don't fault her for that. Because, you know, she has her reasons for raising me the way that she did. And I think I turned out pretty straight, if you ask me. But
Shout out to my Dukes.
Shout out to Ma. That's my girl, my bestie. love you to death. But you know, it's hard because it can make you feel like you have to work for love, and you shouldn't. And that comes from a mother and a father. So, you know, you shouldn't have to be in a performative act just for your father to show up. And the second you drop it, the second you having a bad day, now he don't want nothing to do with you, you know. And then you become a woman and you got to juggle the household. You got to juggle your kids. You got to juggle your man, being a woman for him. You got to be professional in the workplace or whatever your profession is. Or if you just a housewife, you have to embody whatever role it is that you take on to the fullest. And when you have a bad day, it's just like, you ain't shit. But it's
It is wild. It is wild. So I want to direct the conversation to Zan. How was your upbringing? Was you raised in a single, married?
I would say so. My biological father wasn't in my life at all. I had a stepfather, but honestly, it kind of felt like he was here more for my mom. Like, we didn't have that father-daughter relationship, so to say. So when it came to me and my upbringing, I learned that I just got to do what I have to do. Like, I just got, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to pay attention in school, I got to do people's homework. You know, I got to do what I have to do to survive in this world because there's no one else coming to save me. That's kind of like always the mindset that I grew up in is there's no one else but me. And so at a young age, I learned to not depend on anyone but myself. And so I feel like as a woman, as I'm getting older, because I'm only 23, so as I'm getting older, I'm learning to, it's like, I'm learning to try to trust men, but I'm also like, no, I just trust myself. You know what I mean?
So with that, what would be your biggest trust issue with men?
I would say my biggest trust issue is the consistency of.
Ooh, that's a big one.
I don't trust a man to consistently be there for me. Like, you may be here for me today, but if something goes wrong in your life, I don't trust that you will be here for me too.
Okay. Would you consider yourself like Christian?
Yeah, absolutely. I love God.
So you want to be in a monogamous relationship?
Absolutely.
For sure. I'm just trying to.
Yeah,
before I get that
absolutely. No, absolutely.
I'm trying
Peep
to.
game, peep game.
You know what I'm saying? So I had seen a post the other day, and it had said like, it was about, I think Boosie had said it honestly,
Oh.
and he was like, a lot of young women grow up in single parent homes. You know, like they had actually I don't remember who that was, but he had eggs. He was like, if you wanted to learn how to cook, what would you seek advice from?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, my granny and YouTube.
I'm saying, and who would you like? Would you do it from somebody that work on tires, or would you do it from a chef?
A chef, like, okay, I would say it like this. For me personally, my grandmother, she was very like homestead. Like, I could talk to her and she could tell me how to make a sweet potato pie, how to make a potato pie, how to make this, that, and the other. So I would talk to my grandmother like, okay, I need to do this, that, and the other. And I kind of learned how to, in a sense, be a woman through my grandmother. So that's who I would go to. But if it's something that she didn't teach me, I would go to YouTube and Google and this, that, and the other because, hey, what else do I have?
Use your resources.
Right.
Yeah,
What he's trying to say
what I'm
is,
asking.
if you, let's say you were trying to learn how to change a tire, you wouldn't go to somebody that paint houses.
Right.
Right.
You would go to a mechanic because that's,
Yeah.
that's what they do.
Mhm.
So being a woman, who do you look up to learn how to properly be?
Show you that direction.
Women who got what I want.
That's what I would like.
I mean, nothing like a mentor. That's just a mentor.
Realistically.
And honestly, I can even say it is a few people who just real as hell. Like, their situation ain't ideal for me and my aspirations, but in light of mentorship, absolutely. The people who have the power, the success, the life, they got it. Yeah. Tell me, what am I doing wrong? You know, this is my mindset now. how can I change my perspective? Or what am I limiting myself to? You know, there were a lot of things I didn't even know I was capable of, and I was simply told, you always moving out of fear. How you ever gonna know? See? So, and that came from a man.
Sometimes it is. Because these people that swear they gurus, just because you found something that worked for your specific situation,
Yes.
don't mean it's going to work for me. And you trying to teach me your way.
But it has to be, that's why you have to know that the person that you're talking to is able, or the person you're seeking advice from is able to not necessarily be biased about it. Like, I'm talking to you to give you advice on how to go out and drop your boat for the first time. You know, I know Terry be a little clumsy, so I need to tell him to back in like this and not like that. I'm going to tell you the real way, not the shortcut way, because I know you.
And see, like, one of my personal mentors is somebody that he's not in the position that he wants to be in, and we building together. Because the mistakes he made, I may make 2 years from now, and he'd be like, hey, before you even get too deep into that mistake, this is how you fixed it. This is how you correct it. And we go tit for tat. I may make a mistake to help him. So all your mentors shouldn't be where you trying to get.
Right.
Find people on your level too.
If you the smartest man in the room, you in the wrong room.
Facts. Need to leave.
Sometimes it depends on the position. Because I'm not trying to gateway this to talking about the men. Not what it's about.
Please don't do
not.
it.
But yeah, you know, I think a lot of stuff was built on the backs of men. But we're not gonna jump into
Let's
that.
move forward.
But
Well, let's talk about the strong women that was behind the men that helped build the balance.
so let's talk about this.
That's the only way they got
Hey,
there.
that's what I'm saying. Where you at on the table? That's what I want to know.
What is the table?
What is no
to a woman?
to hell with the table? Where you at on that motherfucker? Where you at on the table? Yep.
The metaphorical table.
Right, give me a little song. Give me a little.
What are you bringing to the table?
Now am I on it?
The metaphor.
Is what are you bringing to the table?
I feel like
Where do you see yourself on that table in a monogamous atmosphere? Where are you on? Where you fit it? What's your goal? What's your role, purpose, everything on that table?
Well, first and foremost, I feel like my role is to support my man. Like anything, like okay, he wanna do this, that, and the other. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is the plan. This is the plot. That's the important thing. Okay, how are we gonna move forward? I feel like a lot of times people say, okay, yeah, we want to do this, that, and the other, but there's no plan behind it. So I feel like as a woman, we are very meticulous. So it's like being a woman, you have to be like, okay, to do this, to be this, to go this place, you have to do X, Y, and Z. So for that aspect, I feel like that's something I will bring to the table. Okay, you want to do this? Okay, bet. Right. We're going to do this, that, and that to get there. Because that's important at the end of the every day. You want to go somewhere, you have to know the plan to get there. You know, what you have to do, what the steps are to get there.
And I think that varies from relationship to relationship. As a man and a leader and a man that was married for a long time, the one thing I wish I would have probably had was more support. And no knock to her, she did the best she could. Granted,
Shout out to her.
I'm very successful. So no, shout out.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, so anyways, it's just like, but what I do think, counsel is a big thing, and I think a lot of women kind of graze over that. I think I should be able to seek a lot of counseling without judgment.
Or do you think
That's the biggest part.
Do you think it's grazing, or do you think they would rather inflict their own will on what you bringing for counsel?
And so I do think they want to kind of navigate you into what they feel like you should be as a man. But that's not how it go. Sorry. I think if I'm seeking counsel from you, say it is what it is. I don't want to hear no I feels, because your feelings does not make it fact. I need statistics. I need proven ground.
You
to
speaking
say,
as a
hey,
man now. You speaking as man. Statistics.
That's what I would say.
Women gonna speak as
Statistically-
feelings.
I need the logical facts behind why you think I should move this way, not because, oh, it's my gut feeling.
You speaking as a man though.
Right, because also you have to consider as a woman, we have to consider the other aspects because
Like,
men,
that's the,
yeah.
that's what I'm
So
going.
so men, you guys are thinking strategically, this, that, and the other, financially crunching numbers, this, that, and the other. But as a woman, we're thinking about all the other aspects as well that make you all wholesome, to make the family wholesome, the household, this, that, and the other. So we may bring those points to the table, like, hey, I feel like I understand where you're coming from. I feel like that may be a good idea. However, let's also consider this. And
That's
so
an
I
even
feel
match.
like,
Can I
Yin and yang.
see real quick?
sure.
We're going to use myself as an example. All right. View the disclaimer. I have no ties to the military, the DOD, or anything. I don't.
Come on now.
They don't exist.
Disclosure.
Hey, PSA.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna stop starting. Cool.
Hypothetically.
I own.
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically, I own my own business.
Okay.
You know, I'm a father. So you in my life right now. I'm seeking you. I'm dating you. I want you to be this woman for me, right? I say, baby, how do I market myself to grow my business, my photography business? I say, I don't think I'm putting in enough effort into marketing myself. I'm not putting the funds to the side for it, woo, right? So, and I said, it don't make sense to spend $2,000 on a marketing campaign for me to do X, Y, Z. What do you think I should do, baby?
I would say start posting more. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to get clientele on social media. These days, people will look at your page and be like, oh, he's doing this, that, and the other. And then they'll book you. So just post more.
Okay, so
Can I caveat to that?
Oh, okay, in a second. I have automated posts 7 times a week on 4 different social media platforms, and my business still not growing. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do no more. Do I even need to be doing this no more? Should I just call it quits, let the building go? I could be saving probably $3K a month. What do I need to do?
But are you posting at the times where people are actually watching your stuff?
Strategically, that doesn't matter.
In a way, it does, though. Because, like, for example, with my business, I know when I first get to class, for example, between 9 and 11, that's when I get the most of my views.
Class?
Yeah, because I'm in esthetician school.
Okay.
So between those times, when I use my hashtags and this, that, and the other, between 9 and 11, okay, this is where I'm going to get most of my views. So I'm going to tailor most of my views to when I post at 9 and 11.
So I'm doing that. I've been studying my analytics and it still ain't working. I really think I'm 10 months in and I don't think I'm funneling enough money into some that I feel like is not working no more.
Have you talked to God about it?
That's a good one.
In the comments.
I'm just asking, like, have you talked to God about it?
My wife told me about a lot of my decisions.
Okay, I'm just
You know what?
asking.
You got it. You got it.
Look, all right. So y'all know how I feel about. I'm not the biggest religious person in the room, but I am a faithful man. I do pray a lot. What I do want to say is I talked to God about it. The message isn't clear. I don't feel like I'm understanding the signs. So, baby, I'm coming to you in counsel. What do you think?
I would say keep going. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Sometimes the things that you feel like you're doing, they may not feel like it's enough, but if you keep working towards it, it might be enough. Like, you just got to keep going with the flow. You got to do what you're doing. You got to keep showing up.
Okay, so now 6 months down the line, I got some debt. I accumulated some debt because I maintained this. You know, I remain faithful. I remain seeking counsel. Now what I'm doing.
Well,
This shit ain't working.
Well, if we together, we gonna make it work.
She the motivator. Shout out. Hey, shout out, man. What I don't make it work.
What I was gonna say earlier when you got talking about funneling money into it. One thing that I know as a business owner, sometimes we have to spend money that y'all feel is unnecessary. And we'll come to y'all and be like, hey, I got to drop this money on ads, ad space, marketing tools, all this. You be like, is that really necessary? But sometimes y'all will be like, in y'all mind, that's not necessary right now because it's not where you want it to be. But me spending that money rockets it into where I want it to be. So sometimes
You gotta spend money to make money.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's okay. Like, but it's definitely in all the conversations that I've been in, I've definitely learned that it's woman specific, And when it comes down to being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, being a partner, being whatever level of a partner that you are, it's like, okay, whether or not I deem it as necessary, that ain't really my problem. Are you taking away from us? And B, if you are taking away from us, how are you going to replenish it? Or how are we going to replenish it? Like, everything, that's the goal. That's your vision. That's your dream. Baby, chase your dreams. Do you? What's your goal?
You gonna hold it down though.
That's your,
We
as
talking about
long as,
the womanly role.
but
I got a
The
question.
hell with the dreams. What you doing as a woman?
No, because
that's
they play a part
important.
into it.
Because
So-
what are your goals? Like, I'm here to push you to be your best.
So-
I don't want no lukewarm. I don't want no, I want to be a rapper. What?
So
Like,
if your man come to you,
what is your goal? What for you? You want your business not growing? Okay, what's your goals? What's your numbers? What you trying to get it to?
So-
have you seen anybody that got what you want? Have you looked at them?
if your man come to you,
Self-sufficient. To hell with it.
if your man come to you and be like, baby, I know this gonna work, but I need 5 years. You give me 5 years, you support me. When this
What
pop,
you mean by support you though?
they dream.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
But what do
baby,
you mean by stuff? Like, I can support you all day.
You gonna
but
motivate me?
what does
No.
that mean?
I might need you to
Baby.
give me $300.
Baby, I need you to take care of the household for 5 years. We just gonna say that.
Okay.
Baby, I need you to take care of the household for 5 years.
When you say
got
take
exactly
care, like
Everything.
Exactly how I like.
like paying all the bills.
Everything.
But what are you gonna do?
I'm working my dream for this next 5 years.
No, how are you
nonstop.
present to your relationship? Because taking care of your dream is one thing, but how are you also?
Okay,
going to
so in this
maintain your
scenario, yes,
relationship with
I'm
your
present to
woman?
the relationship. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. It's just I'm not bringing nothing in financially at the moment, but I'm working this dream that I know is gonna pay off.
Okay.
Are you gonna stay and hold that down for that 5 years? So once it pays off, you have to do nothing at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Acrimony. That was that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like a Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, it
Yeah.
is.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's basically what it boiled down to. And at the end of the day, if you chose the left and then you feel like you get the short end of the stick, but damn, you didn't believe in me, or you believed in me, you got tired.
You gotta take that.
Take it on the chin.
You
you do.
Like, you have to be willing to accept that. I'm gonna walk away and shit get turned up after me.
Right.
Like. That's
But I'm put it this
That's
way
what I
though.
mean.
Everybody got a choice.
exactly.
At the beginning, the middle, the end, everybody got a choice.
Fact.
And that's respect to your partner. And if you don't want to hold it down no more, then you can't hold it down no more. And if y'all can't make it work, or if you say, okay, babe, we can call it quits for a little bit, we can redirect, replan, cool, let's do that.
Which also stresses the importance of knowing yourself and self-reflect. Well, I won't say self-reflection, but like self-discovery. Don't put yourself in. As I've learned as a woman, everybody ain't, as a person, everybody ain't gonna be happy with the decisions that you make and the things that you want.
That's tough, right?
Okay, once you understand that and once you accept that. I have no ill intent, but if I put your happiness before mine, then what? So then it's like, okay, you go through life, you face all of these decisions. I lost my train of thought.
You gonna finish?
Yeah, hold on, go ahead. You can go ahead.
I can go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what? Back to this table talk. I think the womanly role in a monogamous relationships is a very strenuous one, because supporting them up is difficult.
Them legs on that table.
See that now you're going where I'm going.
Them legs
Them
on that
legs
table
on
have to
that
go
table's
through a
gonna
lot.
Bear that weight regardless, because if you can't bear that weight, I can't remember that lady name.
No, look, I'm gonna say it like this. Them folks on my 600-pound life, them chairs that they sit in, them legs on them chairs bear a lot of weight, but they stay standing up.
They stay standing up, and we do not associate with the DOD.
Or any other entity other than the Concept Podcast.
My bad. Pardon me. Please
Viewer
disregard.
discretion is advised.
Please
What I
disregard.
was gonna say. But yeah, but being that support in that role. All right, so I'm gonna ask y'all as y'all younger. So when you navigate into those paths, why do you think black men specifically of the upper, we're gonna say 10%? So we're talking about men that make
7 figure.
250.
Or six and up.
Yeah. Why do you feel like they choose outside of their race typically?
So you're saying, why do the men who make 600 plus choose women outside of their race?
Mm-hmm.
Probably because they did not experience that in their life. So they are tailoring their experiences towards the people who have what they have. So, like, for example, their mom probably never in life touched maybe 100K. And so they meet this woman. It's like, okay, your family they have the ideal life. They have the dream life. This is what I want, this, that, and the other. So they're going to be, okay, yeah, let's see what we can do to make this a lifestyle forever. But I feel like also it comes down to knowing, like, who you are, where you're from, this, that, and the other. So, like, for example, my family or whatever, I am the second nurse in our family. But it's a lot of stuff that I'm doing for my family line in particular to try to keep us going. Mm-hmm. So it gets hard sometimes because it's like...
Do you feel like you overstepping your role?
In what way?
Because do you think you should carry your own lineage, or do you think the man should carry your own lineage?
I feel like until I meet that man that can carry that lineage, it's on me.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. So as a woman, what is the legacy that you feel like you're leaving?
The legacy I feel like I'm leaving is knowing that you can do and be whoever you want to be.
So, and I asked that to ask this. How can you leave a legacy if you haven't met the man to carry on that lineage?
Because at the end of the day, we all have the choice to be whoever we want to be. If I would say I'm going to be the next Michelle Obama, I can be the next Michelle Obama, you know what I mean? Like, we all have choices. We all have paths that God guides us along to be whoever we want to be. And so all I can do is be that person that God aligns me to be. And then if I meet that man that continues me upon that path, then that's cool.
No, so, okay. I'm procreation.
Okay.
That's where I was going. Procreation.
That's what I'm like.
So, as a woman, without the man, you can't procreate.
Right.
So there's no child that you can leave a legacy to.
Not
Okay.
by
Jesus is one person. It ain't been no another man, woman,
It ain't.
anything other than Jesus that has been born.
And I know a
outside
lot of y'all out there in the world
Correct.
feel like that y'all
Okay,
just
so
don't
it
work.
isn't
The fifth coming.
About that.
So we're talking about procreation.
Lineage.
We're talking about lineage. Okay.
Life has like transformed. Of course, we have our morals and our traditions and our beliefs and all of the things based on how we were raised, which 9 times out of 10 are old school, but respected nonetheless.
9.9 times
Like
out of 10 is
99,
the money.
they very old school. But it's like women nowadays. Back then, women needed men. You needed men to you basically needed men to survive. Nowadays, women are handling their business. You can go out and get your education. You can go out and support yourself. You can build a name for yourself. People don't know you by your husband's name, you know. Women are getting their PhDs, their doctorates, all of the things, and you will call me Dr. Adams because I got it as that. Even though I might get married, I'm still going to keep that.
But who
Even
are you
if I
leaving it
don't
to?
get married,
But who are you leaving it to?
my child. If I want to have a child, And it doesn't boil down to me getting married, me finding somebody that, just does all of the right things. I can say, hey, I'm a woman. I know that I have the ability to procreate. I can go get me somebody. I don't want to say get me somebody like that, but I mean like
That's what it is.
Wait. Do you not feel like that's a masculine trait?
Why is that a masculine trait?
Because the objective
Here we go with that conquering thing.
of life is
Procreate.
two opposite sex, male, female, in a Christian religion, monogamous bound relationship
But what if it just doesn't
under the
work?
Lord.
Some
That
people
is
can't
the
say,
goal
some people
to create.
Can't lay down. Some people can't lay down and look themselves in the mirror and see all of the traits and characteristics that they have that are by their own free will.
Now, I'll say this. That's a culture thing.
But
That's a Western culture
no,
thing.
that's not Western. That is a Christian culture. That is global scale. Whoever
Christian, absolutely, yes.
Christianity.
Don't get me wrong. I am a Christian woman. I have been raised in the Church of Christ my entire life. I was baptized when I was 9 years old. I have gone to church since then.
That don't even count to today.
But what I'm simply saying is, in the event that my life goes exactly as I have planned, I am allowed to follow every step that I feel God is calling me to.
Okay.
But a man don't make it. A man ain't in the picture.
So can I ask you this? And I'm not trying to challenge you. Do not take this.
I got a question after that, too.
I seen it said since women, strong women that are birthed from strong women are taught to learn how to stand on their own and not even be in a monogamous relationship.
I disagree.
So just listen to what I'm saying. How I understand your mom was married, wasn't she?
Yeah, my mom
So-
was married for about
but-
15 years.
But after the fact, did she teach you how to stand with a man, or did she teach you how to stand alone?
She taught me she taught me both. She taught me how to stand on my own and emphasize the importance of being a woman and being able to support yourself. But keep in mind, I'm the only girl of 3, so I got older brothers. So I took after my older brothers, regardless of how much they tried to protect me. But my mother scooped me right back up. Mariah, you got to learn how to let a man be a man. You got to learn how, let a man be a man.
But as a woman, you have to follow the man.
But every man ain't worth following.
That's why it is that standard of man.
Sermon.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But
So-
still,
but-
at the end of the day,
At the end of the day, if that man wasn't worth following for you, you still have to follow a man, the son of man. So
no.
Yeah.
In a monogamous relationship, God, man, woman, child.
I wasn't talking about that, free. I wasn't talking about that.
What you talking about? No.
You threw me off. I forgot what I was saying. That is the hierarchy in a marriage.
But that's the goal. Marriage is the goal.
Yeah.
If you getting taught from a woman those principles, you still have to conform to the man's way.
Yes, it is too, but you have to understand. You have to understand the balance of things.
So-
There's a woman
Bible there is gonna
interjection.
say you should marry the person that is equally yoked.
Yes.
So that means the person that is pretty much your exact equal, your exact parallel. Y'all are, with being separate, y'all are still one and the same. And once y'all come together, y'all are this one rock under Christ.
Yeah, I get that. Teach me. 'Cause I'm combative. We know this. No, but what I'm saying is
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z,
no, but
Christianity.
we definitely got to dive into it. But nah, what I've heard
What?
was I guess I'm speaking from marriage,
Yeah.
right? I think that's the disconnect. So what I'm alluding to is if you're seeking to be in that, if that's the goal, marriage, monogamy, one person, you have to conform to the man. So what you think you trying to find that man? He who finds a wife. That man's real has been taken from him. and then you're created to be who you are. Like if that's what that man has found.
Not every man is not worth committing to.
You don't decide that.
Oh no.
But as a woman, if you know your left and your right, if you know what is a man whose foundation is God.
You're not seeking that man. That man is seeking you.
Exactly. So you are supposed to be looking at him.
You don't. You're seeking the man that is looking for you.
I'm not.
No. Okay, let me explain this from a different perspective for you. Okay, so as a woman, we need a man that can lead, right? We need a man that we can trust. We need a man that we know. We need a man that we know, okay, if everything goes down the drain, that this man can keep us at bay. Every man cannot do that, and that's a fact. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, every man cannot do that. So as a woman, we have to have that spirit of discernment. Okay, this man, if he's down, okay, when he's stressed out, yes, he's stressed out, but he can still communicate. He can still do this, that, and the other. Okay, I can deal with this man compared to a man that is stressed out and he completely shuts down. That's not the man for me because he cannot lead me. So as a woman, we do have to pay attention to those type of things.
I can speak to that situation because I used to be that man that shut down.
Ooh, me too.
Like, just because that is him in that season, that does not mean that he'll be that same person.
Correct. You got to pull it out of him too, though.
Because as you walk with Christ, things that you've done throughout your life, like these norms these systems that you got in place, they tend to fall. Like,
yeah.
Until now, your life looks similar to Christ, and you can be a light in every room that you walk in.
Right.
So,
and I can agree with that. Sometimes it's like we have to go through what we're going through to become who God wants us to be. But ultimately, it comes down to as a man.
This is where I'm going with it. Who are you to make that decision in that moment that is the man for you?
No, see that's why I'm going with it.
Okay, because
is that your
man
choice?
In your life at that moment in time.
Okay, put it like this. Let's turn it the opposite way. Okay, say I'm a woman. I'm going out. I'm clubbing every night. I'm doing this. I'm doing that and the other. Everything that you feel like are not ladylike, things that you feel like are not what your woman should be doing, right? So then you can be like, okay, dang. Okay, you had your one night. You had your 2 nights. But this is a pattern. It comes down to being patterns or not. That's what, for me personally.
Where you go is where you find your man.
If this is a continuous pattern, I cannot continue to deal with it because at the end of the day, if we discuss this and there's no change and there's no accountability, what are we going to do about it?
When you ask, who are we as women to decide that that's the man for us? You know, God may be putting this man in our life for a specific reason. Why are you choosing your woman?
That's who mostly makes that choice. You supposed to be seeking that woman.
No, but but wait, before I say that, because I feel like this is supposed to be a conversation about women, but I'm simply saying, why are you choosing a woman? Is she supposed to just sit back and be like, oh, I'm chose, let me, and my time has come, let me go? Or do you want a partner that's going to help you? Like, let's do this shit together. Do you want to do it together, or you just want me to come in and pick up where you don't feel like it?
Where's the aspirations at is what I would question first. As a man who was married, I seen a woman who had the potential to cater to what I needed to grow as a man. I already had the path and decision that I was going to do in my life. That shit was already solidified. Now, are you going to support me wholeheartedly in that role? Granted, yes, she did. We grew apart. But what I would be, as a man going forward, I would want a woman who understands this is free. Mm-hmm. The bottom line of it, this nigga right here, he ain't gonna change. But, see, you fall in love. Don't fall in love with the potential of me. Y'all seen that shit. Do not fall in love with what I can do. Fall in love with what I am.
Too male-centered right now. It's supposed to be about women.
But I'm saying, as a woman, when you go into this support role, literally, that's what it is.
But this is the thing. As women, men and women are brought up different. Men aren't brought up learning how to nurture. Like, do you know how to rock the baby? Do you know how to go in the kitchen to cook? But that's what you say. But that doesn't mean it's not a skill that you should know.
But guess what?
At some point, you have to go out and say, but as a woman, just hear me out. As a woman, we get brought up, you get baby dolls. You got to go take care of your little cousin, your niece, maybe your little brother, little sister, big brother, big sister, all of the things. Just listen.
Let her cook.
You doing all of these things, right? Okay. You spend, and I'm honestly going to speak from my program I'm personally at in life. I'm 25 years old. I'll be 26 on November 3rd. I have spent the first 25 years of my life trying to be the wife, being the girlfriend, being the understanding, the nurturer. You know, this second nature. People talk about, them wifey duties, and I'm not doing this and that for a man unless I'm... Baby, look, if you mine, I got you. I am who I am through and through. So, you know... Now it's like I done been through all these relationships, some serious, some situationships, all of the things. Shit hasn't worked. Was it on my end, on other people's end, all of the things, it just hasn't worked. So now here I am. I'm 7 years into my career. I'm in school. I'm 2 years away from a degree in engineering. You know, then I'm going on to do some other things. Like, I have all of these things that are going on, and I know how I am as a woman. If you my man, I'm taking care of my man. I'm taking care of my house, even if it ain't my house. Because, you know, I don't believe in shaking up shit. But that's another conversation. But I can't afford to have the liability of a relationship and emotions in my life anymore, because men, they come and they go. And a lot of these younger men, they, you know... It's a slippery slope, because I believe that you can't expect a man to read your mind. So I do believe that women should open their mouths and vocalize. Closed mouths don't get fed. You shouldn't feel bad about asking for what you want. The worst a man can say is no, and that's perfectly fine. You might just not be the one for me then. Okay, cool. You have to decide, is this a non-negotiable or can we compromise? Okay.
I'm going to backtrack a little bit, because y'all asked a question I'm going to touch on a little bit. You mentioned about what a woman is supposed to do while a man is seeking her. You are supposed to promote value in yourself. If you out here just doing nothing,
promote value in myself.
Yes. So how are you valuable to that man to where that man sees you? He notices you from it.
Be out here parade.
No, not that. The value in yourself as getting that degree.
So I'm just supposed to do me as far as continue.
Correct.
To follow. Okay.
Do you as a value of yourself?
Okay.
That way that man seeks you and notices you outside of the crowd.
Okay.
You're not just like every other woman.
But men see with their eyes first for the most part.
Correct. Correct. Absolutely.
So
we are completely aesthetics.
You decide if you can even fuck me.
Well, not even that.
You decide if you can fuck me.
Not even that. If I can even look at you.
To delve a little deeper and let me go have a conversation with her. Oh my goodness, I can actually have an intellectual conversation with this woman. Oh my goodness, look at the depth of her mind. Do I even care? Then, do you have the capacity to potentially wait?
Now, what you're talking about is
you ain't coming off no cookie. Now what?
No, because that's all in presentation.
Right.
So you feel like you know what you're approaching?
If I'm in the club and you got that ass out in them booty shorts and them titties out in that crop top, guess what?
My boy said,
I see you.
Do I not deserve to look good? Like, if I'm comfortable
And you
in
can.
my
Are
body.
you doing that? Are you doing that?
are you doing it for your...
I'm doing it for me. But that doesn't... Are you going to walk up to me and ask me, hey, baby, is you looking... Are you going to walk
We
up to
say,
me and
is
ask
you
me,
fucking
hey,
or
baby,
what?
is you looking good? Is you looking good for me or you here looking good for you?
See, this is what I don't understand. Let me.
So this is what I was going to say. Are you looking good for, like, internally yourself?
Are you doing that for
or
yourself?
the hidden...
Or are you being
But if I'm
advertised?
doing it for myself, I'm out here, I'm vibing with my
Who you
girls, I'm
competing
vibing with
against?
my...
Who
Why
you
I gotta be a competition?
Because if you know men shot with their eyes, why are you out here like that?
Right. And let me go back to something
where's
else.
the discernment in that?
Let me go back to something else.
Where's the
Y'all asked about the 600,000.
Okay.
You said
I'm gonna put it like this.
something about the $600,000 man. What he wants, it may not be that. He maybe already seen that, used to that. I want something more valued. What can this woman bring to me that I'm
I
already
would put
bringing
it
to
like
also?
this.
That's in the library every Friday night.
Right.
I'm gonna put it like this.
With a glass of wine.
Before you go, look, because I make 6 figures, and if I'm outside looking for some ass, guess what I'm gonna do? Look for that ass,
And what you gonna do at the end of the night?
clap them cheeks. I mean, that is what it is. If I can showcase myself, and all I gotta do is say, I got that black card, baby. What you gonna do?
But I
Take
also
this
think
$40.
as a woman, it's important to know, men gonna be men. Men gonna do their thing. But you have to know what you attract ain't always what you deserve.
Where's the harmony?
Sometimes I may like to look good. I may be comfortable with myself. I may be the level of comfort I may have with my body, you may not agree with, but I'm not required to give a shit.
You are.
Because it's my body.
Okay,
But I'm not
so-
seeking your opinion. I'm not seeking you to pick me. I'm not seeking none of that.
Okay, so let me
But
pose
I'm
this to
not
you.
saying that, like,
Let me
don't
pose
get
this
me
to
wrong.
you. So you see a Toyota car commercial, a Toyota Camry. They have the price tag in that commercial. You see a Benz or a Jaguar commercial, price tag ain't
But
nowhere
then
to
when
be
you come
found.
up and you
I ain't
have a
never seen a Ferrari
conversation
commercial.
with me and you think you
I ain't
finna
never
shoot your shot and try
Or
your
Lambo.
shit, and then you get shot down. And I won't say shot down, but
You don't
turned
shoot your
down.
shot as a woman.
No, I'm not saying you shoot your shot as a
So
woman. I'm
as a
saying
man, you shooting your shot
if
and
I'm
you get
out
rejected.
with my ass out, I look good and you approach me. I'm not out looking for no man. I'm not dating right now. I appreciate your approach. Thank you for the compliment. No, thank you. I'm not dating. I don't want your number. I don't want to see you.
And that's fine. That's the end of that.
That is like 3
Some dudes
women
can't handle rejection.
out of 200 that's gonna do that.
Right.
Okay, pause. Can I say something? Cause everybody been talking with me.
My bad.
Everybody been talking with me. I'm gonna put it like this: the most high value men I've met, I have been fully clothed.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
They see the value in you.
And when I
With
say
your
that, I say that to say
Because
men know what they want, right? Men know what they want, right? So at the end of the day, if I'm fully clothed and I can still provide that level of intellect, I can still provide that sex appeal, this, that, and the other, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, hold on. Let me know a little bit more about you compared to if I just got my ass out. They're going to be like, okay.
I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna care.
Okay.
No, you're not
I'm
thinking.
doing well in life, but I'm gonna tell you this: if I'm out and about, you know what I'm peeping? I'm peeping how many niggas that's gonna look at you, how
Correct.
many niggas gonna turn down,
Correct.
and how many cause niggas gonna be like, hey baby, you want a shirt?
What's
Baby,
the
you want a
next
drink? I'm gonna get you.
Hey, I got the next question. I got the next one. Let's redirect this.
hold on, because we finna have to end this soon. So I'm gonna ask this: as a woman, give 2 things, the 2 most important things that you would pass down to your daughter growing up, in order to guide her into being a better woman.
Self-respect. That's number 1 for me personally. If I have a daughter, that's going to be the most important thing, because at the end of the day, how much you respect yourself is going to be how much that nigga going to respect you at the end of every day. So if you hold yourself to a high standard, that nigga going to have to hold you to a high standard. And so that's what I will instill in my daughter first and foremost. Like, because ultimately, like, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. As a woman, the amount of respect you have for yourself kind of determines how another nigga is going to treat you. Because if you don't respect yourself, you can't expect that man to respect you.
You right.
And that's the real thing. I feel like a lot of women don't want to accept that. But at the end of the day, if you letting this man treat you any type of way, then you, like, it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, you're not putting your foot down like, hey, you're not going to treat me like this. You're not going to talk to me like this. You're not going to do this, that, and the other on me. So until you put your foot down, like, hey, no, I'm not accepting this, that's what it's going to be.
I like that. I do.
I can respect it.
I can very much respect that.
As me, I would say definitely number 1, love yourself and respect yourself. Pay attention to your needs, pay attention to your body, pay attention to where you're at, in life. Things are going to change and it's okay. That doesn't mean that you're behind. That doesn't mean that you're not right where you're supposed to be. Just pay attention to yourself. I think as women, we are overly hard on ourselves. We don't give ourselves room to breathe. We don't give ourselves room to mess up. We don't give ourselves room to take a break for real. And when you do take a break, then it just kind of seems like, I could have been doing something else with this time. But just like Z said, you know, the love and the respect that matters. You don't have to do nothing that you don't want to. You don't have to go nowhere you don't want to. You don't have to deal with nothing that you don't want to. Which brings me to a point that my best friend's father taught us growing up. Always handle your business so you can keep your standards higher. You know, I don't have multiple kids with multiple baby daddies. I ain't got to deal with nobody that got multiple kids with multiple baby mamas. I got my own car. I ain't got to deal with nobody who ain't got their own car. You know, I'm in school doing what I got to do. I ain't got to deal with nobody who don't have no direction. And it's no judgment. It's just an understanding of I am who I am as a person, and there's no need for us to even try to pursue something that's likely not going to work if we not vibing on the same wavelength.
That's cool.
And then the second thing would definitely be like handle your business. A man is always gonna be there. I know it's not
part two free.
I know it's not as people don't like to hear it, but you know, when you ambitious, like I said, I spent the first 25 years of my life trying to be a wife and a girlfriend to all these men, and most of them. All of them. If you put them all in the room, they'll tell you, Rob, yeah, I wasn't there. I wasn't ready yet, you know. I tell you what I need, and you embody it for 5 minutes, and then you realize that it ain't you when it's come out, you know, or whatever happened. But then here we are today, and, you know, we cool or whatever, but still, we not doing that because I'm past that. Now I'm on to something else, and you still there. But my degree, getting this money, making my parents happy, making sure they can kick their feet up. My parents 60 and 62. They shouldn't be working.
Some people here for a season.
I mean, I get it, but like, you know, my parents, we've been through a lot as a family. You know, I want the land. I want something to leave to my kids. And yes, it's all about building an empire, but I know that I am a woman of value. So I'm not just out here actively shopping. I know that I'm seen. And if I ain't seen, you for damn sure feel me here or there. Like, I just know how I've been brought up. So handle your business. Because I've been distracted. And now here I am. And it's like, all I really had to do was lock in. Like, we really getting this shit done. And then, you know, who knows? In the next 2-3 years, I could be married working on my first kid.
Type shit.
But do I think that I'm never going to get married, never going to have a child, never going to do anything? Absolutely not. Like, no. So, yeah, handle your business, love yourself, respect yourself. It's okay to prioritize yourself.
For sure. I respect that a lot. I love that shit. Like I said, I got 2 daughters. That's some shit that I still. So this is what we're gonna end it. I want to say one thing from each man. What advice would you give a woman seeking to being in that dynamic of being monogamous?
Okay, pause. I feel like we should do this the opposite way.
Nah, cause y'all gave what?
Just barely. I feel like we only touched on the surface.
Yeah, I mean that's the point. You know, part 2 coming soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a part 2. Dig deep.
We gotta dive.
Let's do it.
We gotta review and reflect. We need to understand what we just said.
Go ahead, though.
But me, I was trying to understand.
We all got daughters right here.
Be understanding of the person that you with. Because they may be going through something and you may have what they need to help them get through it. And it may not be long term, but you still able to help them get through what they needed to get through in order to be a better person for the next person. And it helps you build your character at the same time.
But next, what's your advice?
Never let a man define you.
Amen.
Like, value yourself, self-respect out here.
Amen.
Like,
Self-respect.
you can hold yourself down, get your career, do everything you want to do. You don't need a man to do that. Can a man support you in that and he supports you? Absolutely. But never let a man define you as to who you are.
This what I would instill into a woman. When you embody the support role, when you ready for that role, you're gonna have to fulfill it. And it is what it is. Have the discernment to choose wisely. A man holds the key to commitment, and if that man is who is seeking, like if the man who is seeking you is of capacity and standard that you approve of, you're going to have to embody the support role thoroughly and wholeheartedly. Like, and it is what it is. But don't be a fool. Do not be a fool. I learned the game from a woman, you know what I'm saying? Please don't be no fool. And understand the red flags and the signs. So, if you got something to say? Go ahead.
Is to understand that women supporting you all is a lot. That's another job on its own. So you all have to take care of your woman as well.
Next episode free.
I know. Understand the role of being the protector and provider. Your role is to support the lifestyle I provide. Understand that first. When I provide this lifestyle, do not be estranged and contrary to what I want for what you want. If what you want is not what I'm providing, leave me alone.
Happily.
Thank you. That's all that comes with it. I am this man who's providing a lifestyle. If your goals, dreams, hopes, and aspirations does not align with me, leave me alone.
And I feel like that's vice versa.
No.
As well. No, it is though, because think about it. No. Think about it like this.
Whatever.
Think about it like this. As a woman with her own career, there are certain things that I do not have to deal with.
You're not being the protector and provider of a man.
I don't have to be that, but at the end of the day, if I have this, that, and the other going for myself, there are certain things that I do not have to deal with. So therefore, if I do, that's not a problem. It's the fact.
No, because
no.
You should attract a man of a different standard than what I am providing. You should not even be having the conversation and seeking me. If you say, I make 6 figures and I make 20,000, why are we talking to each other? You should be like, I'm out your class, off rip. That's what it means to be an independent woman. Hey, I know what I need as a woman. If you can't provide that, I don't need to be seeking you. But
then y'all men will say, oh, well, she thinks she too good for me. She think this, that, and the other.
Because if I'm top 10%, I require a different type of woman.
And that's why
I don't care about your... Shaq said it best. You can outclass me in every single whatever it is. But know what I got going on over here? When we go to Jamaica, just know that you ain't got to touch shit. I can do that too. But when we get home, guess what? When we in front of that panel, when I say, hey, you need to hush, you talking too much. Guess what you're going to have to do? Shut the fuck up. And it is what it is. I'm the head of the household. You can be a significant contributor. But what I say go, I'm the man. I come under God. You don't come under God. You come under me.
As a woman, know yourself, respect yourself, love yourself, okay?
For sure.
Ultimately, that's what it boils down to.
Know yourself, love yourself,
no,
respect
it's over with.
yourself.
We appreciate y'all.
That's what it comes down to. Part 2, definitely necessary. Part 2 is definitely necessary.
Like, comment, subscribe. TikTok go crazy for me, boy. Hey, y'all go on YouTube, please. Please, we need to get this YouTube up and running. Hit that bell.
Hit that bell.
We out.